Hello and welcome to my 64th Duel podcast. Today I'm going to take for me the banned list. There's two types of lists. We have the banned list and we have the reduced list. The reduced list is cards that you only can have one of in a deck. The banned list, which I'm going to talk about now, is cards you can't have in your deck at all. I'm going to put the list down there. Later I will take for me the reduced list, which is gigantic. So I have a lot of backups here, so if I can't read one of them, I just go to another web page. So let's start it. Number 1, Aquan. Water creature, Cyberlord, cost 4, 2000 power. When this creature is put into the battle zone, reroll the top 5 cards of your deck, add all light or darkness creatures from those to your hand, and put the rest into graveyard. Come out in DM13. Number 2, Aqua Patrol. Water creature, cost 4, liquid people, 2000 power. When you put this creature into the battle zone, choose a player. That player counts his shields. Return those to their deck and shuffle it. Then the player plays an amount of cards equal the number of shuffled in from the top of their deck face down into the battle zone. Shield zone. Sorry. Number 3. Bolmeteus Sapphire Dragon. Fire creature, it costs 10. Armored Dragon, power 11,000 plus. Speed attacker, power attacker 3000. Triple breaker. When this creature will break a shield, your opponent puts that shield into his graveyard instead. Number 4. This is a popular one, by the way. Bombazar, Dragon of Destiny. Fire nature creature, cost 7. Armored Dragon, Earth Dragon, 6000 power. When you put it into the mana zone, you have to tap it. When you put this creature into the battle zone, destroy all other creatures that have 6000 power. Take an extra turn after this one. You lose the game at the end of that turn. Speed attacker and double breaker. This is a really popular card and it's banned. Number 5. Cryptic Totem. Nature creatures cost 6. Mystery Totem, 6000 power. Double breaker. While this creature is tapped, your opponent can't use that shield trigger ability of this shield. Come out in DM7, by the way. Cyber Brain. Come out in DM1. Water spell cost 4. Shield trigger. Draw 3 cards. That was everything. Dark Hedron, Lord of the Evil Planet. Evil Planet. Darkness creature costs 6. Dark Lord, 6000 power. When you put this creature into the battle zone, you may return one creature with the same race from your graveyard to your hand. Double breaker. Come out in DMC set, I think. Futural Slash. This is also a popular one. Darkness spell, cost 7. Search your deck, take up to 2 creatures, take up to 2 cards from his deck and put them into his graveyard. Then your opponent shuffles his deck. Come out in DM6. Galberius Dragon. This one has always been banned. I talked about it in an earlier podcast. Fire creature costs 6, armored dragon 7000 power. You can't actually use it, it's banned, I think. Yeah, I talk about banned cards. Forgot that. Double breaker, speed attacker. When you put this creature into the battle zone, if your opponent has a nature card in the battle zone, place the top card of your deck into your mana zone. While our opponent has a water creature in the battle zone, that creature is unblockable. When your opponent has a darkness creature in the battle zone, that creature has Slayer. While your opponent has a light creature in the battle zone, you may untap this creature at the end of each turn. Overpowered, and the background is red. Come out as a promo version. Can only be used in a GBA game. Hell Slash. Darkness spell cost 8. Search your opponent's deck, take up to 3 cards from his deck and put them into his graveyard. Then your opponent shuffles his deck. Sometimes I don't put on the DM. Inferno Gate. Inferno Gate, sorry. Darkness spell cost 5. Put a non-evolution creature from your graveyard into the battle zone. Come out in DM 19. Judgement of the Flames Spear and the Water's Blade. This one was reduced, but now it's banned. Water Fire spell cost 6. Sorry, have to be tapped when you put it into the mana zone. Destroy all creatures with 3000 power or less. Afterward, you may draw 1 card for each creature destroyed. Come out in DM 13. King Alcadeias, Holy Gaia. This is a really good card. I understand why this one is banned. I'm sorry, it's slow now. Oh, it can't. Light Darkness, Evolution Creature, cost 7, Angel Command and Lost Crusader, 9000 power, have to be tapped in the mana zone. Evolution, put on one of your multicolored creatures, Double Breaker. When your opponent would put a non-multicolored creature into the battle zone, instead of the battle zone, it puts it into the graveyard. Come out in DM 26. skeleton, a wise. Darkness spell cost 4. Your opponent discard 2 cards from at random from his hand. Come out in. Oh, it wasn't signed here. Slash Charger. Darkness spell cost 3. Search a player's deck. You may take a card from that deck and put it into that player's graveyard. Then the player shuffle his deck. Charger after you cast the spell, put it into the mana zone instead of your graveyard. Soul Advantage. Soul Advantage. Darkness spell costs 6. For each shield you have, destroy one of your opponent's cards in their hand at random. Come out in DM 28. A last card, Soulswap. I have been using this card myself. Nature spell cost 3, shield trigger. You may cast a creature into the battle zone and put it into its owner's mana zone. If you do, choose a non... What happened? Something wrong with the screen. If you do, choose a non-evolution creature in that player's mana zone that cost the same as or less than the number of cards in that mana zone. That player put that creature into the battle zone. Yes. That was it for that list. Those cards you aren't allowed to use. If you have that card in the deck, you have to change it. And one thing I have to tell you, I have dyslexia, and I did now read up all this, and you may wonder how did I manage that. I have trained it. If you train your dyslexia, you are able to read. I just tell you. So that was the banned list. The next time I'm going to talk about the reduced list, which is a whole lot longer list. I think it's 17 cards that's banned. Until next time, carry on.